One sunny afternoon, Robert and Pyro were flying on top of the Pyro outside. They looked around for an adventure. Suddenly, Robert spotted something in the distance and shouted, "Look, Pyro, there's a beautiful garden over there. Let's go check it out." Excited by the prospect of new friends and tasty treats, Pyro swooped down towards the garden wall. But before he could reach it, a loud voice boomed, "Halt, intruder! State your name and purpose here." Startled, Robert and Pyro turned around to see a majestic butterfly with shimmering wings standing in front of them. "My name is Robert," he said politely, "and I'm just exploring. Would it be all right if I came in?" The butterfly shook her head. "No, this is a private garden and no outsiders are allowed. Now leave before I summon the guards." Overwhelmed by her rudeness, Robert felt tears stinging his eyes. He turned to leave, but not before muttering, "If that's how you want it." As he walked away, Pyro couldn't help but feel sorry for the boy. Even though he had never been inside the garden, he could sense that it held great beauty and wonder. Determined to make Robert's dream come true, Pyro made a plan. He led Robert back to the garden wall and whispered, "Don't worry, Robert. I have an idea that's sure to make her change her mind." With a mischievous grin, Pyro took off and flew towards the garden, leaving Robert in awe. Meanwhile, inside the garden, the butterfly known as Tira was the big queen of butterfly. She ruled over her subjects with an iron fist, demanding absolute obedience and hard work from them. Her once vibrant and colorful wings had become dull and lifeless, a reflection of her fading hope and happiness. For years, she had shut herself off from the outside world, believing it to be full of pain and suffering. She had even forgotten what it was like to laugh or enjoy the simple pleasures in life. One day, however, everything changed. A tiny butterfly named Flutter approached Tira and asked for permission to fly beyond the garden walls. "Why do you want to leave?" Tira snapped, annoyed by the interruption. "Because I want to see the world and bring back some new ideas for our garden," Flutter replied, her voice trembling slightly. Tira knew that she was right, but she couldn't bear the thought of her precious garden being exposed to the harsh realities of the outside world. "No, you can't go," Tira said firmly. "I'm sorry, but you're not strong enough to handle it." Flutter's eyes filled with tears, but she didn't argue. Instead, she simply nodded and flew away. As she disappeared beyond the garden walls, Tira felt a pang of regret. She realized that she had become too afraid and too guarded, forgetting the joy and wonder that the world had to offer. Just then, she heard a familiar voice. "Excuse me, is this the garden you were talking about?" Tira turned around and saw a young boy standing at the entrance. His name was Robert, and he had a kind and gentle face. Behind him, a small dragon peeked curiously. "Yes, it's my garden," Tira said proudly, "but you can't come in. Only important people are allowed here." Robert smiled. "Oh, I see. Well, maybe I can be of some help." She felt a wave of guilt and sadness wash over her. Robert continued, "I'd love to help you and your butterflies, but I don't know where to start. Can you tell me more about what's going on?" Tira took a deep breath and explained how her wings had lost their color and how her garden had become dull and lifeless. She also told them about Flutter and how she had forbidden her to leave the garden because she was afraid for her safety. Robert listened patiently, his kind eyes never leaving Tira's face. When she finished, he said, "I think I have an idea. It might be a bit silly, but would you and your butterflies like to see something truly beautiful? Something that will make your wings shine again and fill your garden with laughter and joy?" Tira looked at Robert, unsure of what to say. She had seen countless beautiful things in her life, but none of them had been able to restore her faith in the world. "What could possibly make my wings shine again?" she asked softly. Tira couldn't believe her eyes. She reached out and touched the tree, and suddenly she felt a warm and fuzzy feeling spread through her body. It was the feeling she had felt all those years ago when she had first discovered the joys of flight, the feeling that had made her wings shine so brightly. Tira's heart skipped a beat. Could this be the answer to her problems? Could this tree really restore her garden and bring back the laughter and joy? Before she could dwell on it any longer, a sweet and innocent voice rang out. "Look, a new flower has bloomed." Tira turned around to see a group of butterflies gathered around a newly bloomed flower. But it wasn't just any flower. It was a flower that had been dead for months. Tira's eyes widened in disbelief. Could it be possible that the wish tree had already started working its magic? Just then, one of the butterflies landed on Tira's shoulder and whispered, "Queen, your wings, they're glowing again." Tira looked down and gasped. Her wings were shining brighter than ever before. She could feel the magic of the wish tree flowing through her veins, restoring her hope and happiness. As the sun set over the horizon, Tira knew that she had found the answer to her problems. She had been so focused on protecting her garden that she had forgotten to enjoy it. She had become so afraid of the outside world that she had stopped believing in the beauty and wonder that it held. But now, thanks to Robert and his dragon friend, she was starting to see the light again. With a newfound sense of purpose, Tira promised Robert that she would do everything she could to make her garden a better place for her subjects. She knew that she couldn't keep them trapped forever, and she wanted to give them the chance to experience the world outside the garden walls. Together with Robert and the dragon, Tira began to work on her plan. She knew that it wouldn't be easy, but she was determined to make it happen. As the days turned into weeks, Tira's garden started to change. The butterflies became happier and more colorful, and the flowers bloomed like never before. Tira's wings, too, became brighter and more beautiful, a testament to the power of hope and friendship. And so, with the help of Robert, his dragon friend, and the wish tree, Tira was finally able to give her butterflies the freedom they had always craved. And in doing so, she also found her own happiness again.